Hey guys, it's
Tick.
and Ted.
Welcome back to Jank Play.
Yeah, this is Prince of Persia and the Sands of Time.
Yeah, you got it right.
Woo!
Yeah, so we were just talking about it. The rules for wands in Harry Potter is like, theoretically, if Harry were to duel Dumbledore and win, then he would win Dumbledore's wand, and it would no longer be loyal to Dumbledore.
Okay.
Yeah. But alternatively, if he were to disarm Dumbledore, he would win his wand that way as well.
So wait, so if he disarmed him, he immediately owns his wand?
Yep.
That seems silly.
It is incredibly silly.
But it specifically has to be in a duel,
yeah.
like a registered duel?
It is not registered, but like if you and another wizard are fighting and you disarm them, you claim ownership of their wand.
Just any fight?
Whether it's with magic or you physically take it from them.
Okay, so like any fight.
Yeah.
Like just like randomly you bumped into each other and you just started attacking each other.
Yeah.
No words were spoken.
Yep.
Interesting.
And then also the third way, which is really weird and explored a bunch later on, is if you were to sneak into their hotel room while they are asleep and kill them, the wand is now yours as well.
Interesting.
So
So you kill them in their sleep, you get their wand.
yes. If you kill them, you get their wand. Like,
part of that shows magical aptitude.
But if you just disarm them...
No. What I'm saying is you sneak up on them and stab them 37 times in the chest, you get their wand.
It's like,
No magic involved. You can just strangle them to death and claim ownership of their wand.
It's so
how is
silly.
that like a display of magic?
It's not.
That's why it's so silly.
That's why it's silly, yeah.
Okay, so Voldemort obviously never died officially, right?
Yeah.
So does that mean... Okay, so... I guess if Voldemort had died, would Harry have become the owner of his wand?
Yeah. Yeah. But also, like, there's a wand that's made either before or after your birth that is, like, your wand. Like, nobody else will, like, be able to use it ever,
Oh, you know what
basically.
this sounds
Right.
like? This sounds like Twilight with the werewolves. It's like, oh, my partner's predestined. Bro, that is a child. She was straight out of wedlock. But bro, she's predestined. Get the fuck out of here, Jacob.
Yeah, so, that sounds very weird.
Yeah, no, there are weird rules, but also, like, with these rules, theoretically, two boys sweatily wrestling over a wand in a corner can decide the fate of the world.
I'm telling you, just to follow up on that real quick, like, I can't even begin to tell you how creepy it is, especially it's just like, look guys, I'm sorry, but like, I'm definitely going to be waiting in the bushes for her to turn of age, like, you can't stop this.
In the book, she actually turned of age really quick. Because the thing was about that girl that was it Jacob, I think, the werewolf guy?
Yeah.
He laid claim on her, like, as soon as she was born.
Oh yeah.
She came
Like,
out of the
literally,
womb, he
saw-
looked at her.
He's like, yeah, so I got like a really awkward thing to tell you.
Yeah.
But that girl, like, you know how werewolves, like, immediately pair bond? She is my pair bond.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck, man? You're
Yeah.
like 20-something.
Yeah, exactly. But anyways, though in the movie, she grew, like,
Really fast.
ridiculous. I think within a year or so, she was full grown. Like a full-on adult person.
Oh, I thought she was just like a 3 or 4 year old equivalent.
I don't know. I don't remember. It was retardedly quick.
Yeah,
But it was because she was a weird half vampire, half human
yeah, I
thing.
remember the whole vampire council, like, they wanted her dead. Because
Yeah.
they're like, we don't know what kind of a... Like, literally, she should not be possible. She should not exist.
Oh, and another thing, her parents were worried that her life was going to be short because she was growing so fast.
Yeah.
But in reality, she lives far longer than a human does.
Yeah.
Because they actually met a guy who,
Like her?
Yeah, he was exactly like her, and he'd been alive for a couple hundred years.
Dang, so she got a little bit emotional.
Yeah.
I think the freaky thing is that Bella had to drink blood in order to, like, not just straight up die to the infant.
Well, no, she would have, but everybody, what's his face? the main vampire guy, her boyfriend,
Edward?
Edward.
Yeah.
After she gave birth, she literally was dying.
Yeah.
Like
nobody could figure out what was wrong with her either.
well, no, they knew what was wrong with her. She gave birth to a weird hybrid creature, and it basically ripped out of her, and she was dying. And so he actually was biting her and stuff like that to turn her immediately after it was born. So he was fighting tooth and nail to make her a vampire afterwards, because otherwise she would have just perished.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to Harry Potter.
Yeah, something far more interesting.
than Twilight. I don't know why I know so much about the Twilight series, but I apparently
just
do.
assumed you had read the books.
I never read the book. I only ever watched like some of the movies, but I know enough about this. What about it? I guess.
To have an intelligent conversation too.
I read like all the books for that series.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when we were in middle school, dude, that was my thing.
Twilight.
Yeah. Well, because I really liked reading good series. You know, like that
Yeah.
were like had a plot. Also, I was a bit of a romantic in high school, and
Of
so I was
course.
just like, this is it. This is so good. There's so much like stuff. It's like all.
It's all here.
It's all perfect. There's like the romance and all that good stuff.
It's so fun. Another thing about Harry Potter. So it's not really mentioned too much in the books
Okay.
about what their ages are, but like, I mean, obviously it is mentioned.
Right.
But basically, what ends up happening is I keep forgetting that they're not like 11 years old anymore.
Yeah.
And so like I'm listening to the audiobook, and I'm just like, oh, these 11-year-olds are doing this shit, and I'm like, no, they're 14.
Yeah.
They're not 11.
Yeah, 11. They would be 14 in the 4th. Okay.
Yeah.
Fucking yeah. No, it's really silly. It gets. Especially if you forget that one really important detail, it gets wild.
Yeah, it does.
Like,
it's a little spicy.
oh yeah, this 11-year-old is fighting the Dark Lord in a cemetery.
Yeah, exactly.
Or a giant.
With his dead friend.
Yeah, with his dead friend and his dead parents and
Yeah.
Doesn't
And this old man who died as well.
who died in the beginning of the book or something.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like basically off screen.
It's quite natural.
This is so silly.
Kingdom's conquered. She has nothing. No
It is incredibly silly.
She needs me.
All I remember is they fought a giant snake in the bottom of the book.
Yeah, that's the first book.
Second.
Second book? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the first book was the Philosopher's Stone. Second book was the Giant Snake.
It's a basilisk.
It's a best.
Dude, it was a giant cobra thing.
Do you know how you hatch a basilisk?
Phoenix killed it.
Oh.
It's explained in the book.
It was explained in the book. I'm trying to remember.
It's something fucking wild.
It was something really strange.
If you don't remember, I'll just tell you because
Well, I
I'm not
know.
worried about it.
I'm
It's
just trying
so
to
fucking
think.
funny, dude.
So I'm trying to think. It had to do with. I want to say it had to do with it being like incubated by some random animal of some kind.
Yeah.
Okay, what was it?
I'm pretty sure it's hatching a chicken egg underneath a toad.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, it was
Yep.
super freaking
It's
dumb.
fucking wild, isn't it?
Yeah, it was so stupid.
How the frick does that even work?
Yes.
Who knows?
It's fucking magic.
How does that make a snake?
Hey,
How does it
Also,
make a giant
magic
snake?
Also,
snake
if
that
that's
can
the
petrify
case-
you with
if
its
that's
gaze.
the case, then what's stopping them from generating armies of these
Because
things?
basilisks
Because
don't-
it's illegal.
Yeah, it's illegal, and also they don't listen to
I was
people.
about to say, so freaking what if it's illegal? You're gonna fight a man that's gonna arm
Yeah,
you
no,
with
they
a
don't listen to
basilisk?
people. You have to have one really specific like gene essentially to
Yeah.
control a basilisk,
But my whole
and
thought,
like nobody has it.
well, my
Yeah.
thought process was like literally, okay, but if you had a madman who just dug out a huge pit and was just dumping basilisks in there, and it's just like, all right, we got 100 of these things. Well, let's see what happens.
He would probably die instantly.
Let's
That's
see-
the thing.
Okay, a basilisk, Connor, is not just a big snake. It is a colossal snake.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like-
they grow incredibly
Like the
fast as
size
well.
of like an entire building.
Yeah, literally the one in the books is like 3 or 4 bus lengths
Yeah.
or some shit like
They're
that. Like,
huge.
and that was a juvenile one.
Yeah, he was tiny.
It
He
was
a baby.
massive.
Yeah, so they're really fucking big.
Yeah.
100 of those would be a lot.
1, overkill. 2, highly improbable. 3, it's like why? Just
Yeah.
why? Like,
Basilisk.
there's no reason to. And also, trying to hatch 100 of those would be incredibly difficult because the first, like, 5 maybe would kill you. For sure.
True.
For sure.
It's wild.
Because just its gaze can kill you. So.
I like how Moaning Myrtle has like such weird parts. So like, obviously in the second book with the snake, we find out how she died.
Yeah.
Was because she actually saw the snake and got freaking
Oh,
just
so do they have
petrified.
petrifying vision?
Yeah.
No, it's killing vision.
Yeah, killing
If you
vision-
see it through a reflection or like a camera or something like that, then it's petrifying vision.
Yeah. But if you look at it directly, you just insta die.
Yeah. If you look in its eyes directly, you die.
So it's literally like a snake Medusa.
Yeah. Basically, but worse.
Yeah, way worse.
But anyways, she looked at him directly and died in the bathroom, and that's
In
why
the girls' bathroom.
In the girls' bathroom.
That's why
Moaning
she
Myrtle-
haunts it.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, but you find out in the fourth book that she actually like tormented the girl who bullied her the most, because what happened was she haunted her. Like even after she left the school, she followed her and actually like haunted her even at her wedding and stuff until she was like forced back to the school by some fucking crap.
It's fucking funny, dude.
Yeah, she literally tormented her for like years after she died.
1,000.
You know Peeves?
Yeah,
Do you know how poltergeists come into existence?
I don't know.
So basically, it's like merry and joy or whatever, right?
Okay.
And so a large concentration of juvenile magic students will make a poltergeist, and then that poltergeist is immortal from then on, right?
That's,
And
Straight up immortal.
yes, straight up immortal, but also it's a ghost, so whatever. But their whole thing is about like mischief, basically,
I thought you were going
right?
to say just
Yeah.
straight up murder.
And
Yeah.
so a poltergeist can die, sort of. Like,
Sorta.
they go dormant, is
You don't
essentially
sound
what
very
happens.
sure of that.
Where is that glow
Like,
coming from?
yeah, they just go dormant and then freaking disappear for like a year or whatever.
then they come back.
And then they come back whenever another strong influence of essentially chaos appears.
Can they kill people?
Which is why, no. They also don't want to kill people, they just want to cause incredible problems, like almost killing people with chandeliers.
Yeah,
Which is a real thing that happens.
I don't doubt it.
Peeves does it to. He tries to drop a chandelier on
You say that's
Minerva
very specific.
Minerva.
McGonagall.
Ah, yeah, McGonagall.
Yeah.
Bionicles. Okay.
But
Freaking. Yeah, no, he tries to drop a chandelier on her. And that's why he's so powerful and such a chaotic force, is because Fred and George exist.
yeah, they do.
Literally straight up, that's it. That is the in-universe reason why Peeves is such a nuisance.
So, it wasn't explained at the end of the book, but so Harry Potter gave the Marauders map to the fake Mad Eye Moody. But as far as I know, he didn't get it back.
No, he did get it back somehow.
Oh yeah, but not at the end of the fourth book.
Yeah, no, he does get it back somehow.
Yeah, because I know.
Because he has it in the fifth one.
Yeah.
And the sixth one.
So,
So.
but anyways, yeah. So
And the seventh one.
and so
And the seventh
he
one.
just has it.
Yeah,
forever.
no, like he. Honestly, he's kind of creepy in the seventh one. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, that's another thing. I was talking about my Moaning Myrtle, and the reason was because she helped Harry figure out the egg thing when he was in the bathroom,
Yeah.
in the bathtub.
Because she was creeping on him.
Yeah, she creeps on the prefect's bathroom, the male prefect's bathroom
Specifically.
specifically.
She's a stalker.
Yeah, she's a ghost.
She's also a ghost, though.
Yeah, she's Moaning Myrtle.
She's an intelligent.
Actually, for a long
Yeah.
time, Moaning Myrtle was one of my favorite characters.
But it's just funny.
Straight up.
She's fucking in there, fucking just creeping on everybody while they're
Yeah.
naked, and just
But
having a good
only
time.
the men.
Yeah, having a good time.
You have to remember that, okay?
And so, but she helped Harry out in the book.
Yeah, because she, like, haunts the sewer system of the school.
Yeah, she just zoops on down there.
It's fucking great. Dude, again, for a long time, Moaning Myrtle was my favorite character. She still is, honestly. I really like Moaning Myrtle. She's up there with, like, Hermione and Dobby for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
I really like both of them.
It's just so
Wait a
silly.
second. I forgot something.
There was one more symbol.
Maybe I'm going up there right now.
Stuck in
Actually,
I'm trying to remember
I probably am going up there.
what else there was to talk about from the fourth book specifically.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. There's lots of shit in the books. Like, a lot of stuff in the books.
There is. There's a lot of stuff. And to remember which one was which is
Yeah.
harder to do when you've just read all of them.
In a series, yeah.
Yeah, and it's been a while since you've read them individually for a while. Yeah, don't just, yeah.
Yeah, no, I actually am having a hard time remembering what happens in which book.
Yeah.
Because, like, all I remember really from the 6th book is the beginning, and it's, like, my least favorite part of the book. So, that helps a lot.
Sure, yeah. Let's see. Okay. So, oh, right, and poor Mad Eye, the actual one, he was just in the trunk
Yeah, he was just in a magic trunk
for the entire, like,
for the whole book.
yeah, the whole school year.
Yep.
So he never actually taught.
Not a single class.
No, because he was in the trunk before he got to the school,
Yep.
which is wild.
It is. And it's especially wild because he's a professional magic cop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was just trapped in there.
Yep.
Just couldn't get out.
That's the craziest part, though, is, like, he's literally, like, one of the best known, like, most not adequate, adept magic police officers. And he was just jumped, essentially.
Yeah, he
like,
was. He was just fucking jumped
yeah,
and stuffed
and-
in the trunk.
Yeah, like, by a Death Eater who's not even that good at his, like, ability, like, job
Yeah.
to be a Death Eater.
Yeah, he was just...
Like, it's...
And he was, like, the youngest one, too, because he wasn't even that old.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous.
And,
Like,
and then for, like, basically the past, like, I don't even know how many years, he was trapped at his dad's house, basically zombified by a curse.
yeah.
Sounds horrific.
Was it the Imperious curse or something?
Yeah, something like that.
But anyways.
The Imperial... Yeah, not the Imperial. The Imperious Curse is the one that lets you take control of people.
Yeah. And that's the one that he was being used on him.
Yep.
This
And
all sounds horrible.
yeah, but well, he was a terrible person.
Oh, really terrible.
Yeah, he
He killed a lot of people.
yeah. And his dad only got him out of Azkaban as his mother's dying wish, or his wife's dying wish.
Yeah.
Her
The
son
boy's
was-
mother.
Her son was just locked up.
Yeah. So, anyways, what happened was, he was sent to Azkaban by his dad because
He's
He-
a fuckhole.
yeah, he was a freaking criminal. He's a dark wizard.
Yeah.
But then his wife was going to die anyways, and so as her dying wish, she was like, "Get my son out of Azkaban." And so, against better judgment, he did that.
Yeah.
And so basically, what happened was they used the transformation potions to make the wife look like her son, and her son looked like the wife only until they got out
Yeah.
and back to the house.
Because she's actually like, she can
Yeah.
fake his death.
Yeah, but she
Yeah.
she stayed in the thing. She stayed
In
in
Azkaban,
until
which
she
is
died.
like a terrible place to be.
Yeah,
Like,
so she stayed in there until she actually died.
even if it was willingly, like, holy
Yeah, it's
shit.
rough.
How long do you think she stayed in there?
I think it was like a year.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah. 'Cause they say he died only a year after he got there, so it might have not been a year, but I
The
think it was.
wild
actually.
part is that he freaking like Hagrid went there for like 4 months or something like that in the second book,
Yeah, he
and
did.
like it was like he came back from a war.
Yeah.
Like, that's the level of like trauma we're talking about.
Well,
And that was
Azkaban's
after like
freaking-
2 months.
Well, Azkaban's freaking insane.
Yeah,
Because
Azkaban is super fucked.
Well, because so the Dementors are the rulers of Azkaban,
They're the Guardians.
the Guardians. They're like they're just a bunch of fucking dark ghost things.
Essentially, yeah.
And they feed off of human misery, basically.
Yep.
And so their whole thing is they force
Well,
you to relive
actually-
the worst moments of your life.
It's worse than that. They force you to live through your worst moments of their life because they're feeding on your happiness or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Like, way worse.
Yeah, and so it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
There's
no,
so-
it's bad.
And that is the prison for wizards.
Yeah.
Any
There
crime that you
is
commit,
no other prison for wizards except for in the U.S.
yeah. And so if you commit any crime, you're basically just sentenced to Azkaban.
You are damned, is
So if
what
you
you
commit a
are.
crime, you just go to hell.
Yeah, basically. You do anything wrong, and you get sent to Azkaban. I mean, like, yeah, you don't have to live there forever if it's
Because
a
you're
petty
gonna
crime.
die.
Well, yeah, but if it's a petty crime, you have to be there for like a year or two.
But a year is insane.
Yeah, it's a long freaking
Like, that is
time.
a wild punishment.
Yeah, because all you're doing is literally every day, all day long, reliving your worst like experiences in life.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all you're doing.
And Hagrid was there for like 2 months or something, and
Yeah.
his fucking sentence was like 2 years or some shit like that.
Yeah. For a
It
crime
was-
he didn't even commit.
For a crime he didn't even do.
Yeah. So he got falsely
And like,
accused, and then
Sirius was sent there falsely as well.
he was there for like 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, 11 to 12 years.
It was 13 years because
13.
he went. It was, or 12 years. It had to
Yeah.
have been.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, no, 12 years.
Yeah, it was
because
12.
Harry's 13 in the third book,
Yeah, he was 12.
something like that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, for also a crime he didn't commit.
Yeah. And they have ways of checking whether or not this is a crime you committed, which
Yeah.
makes it so much worse.
Well, because like they have a spell that makes them tell the truth, but they also have truth potions that
And
they
then,
use.
and
in
then
the fourth book.
they also have a fucking spell that can, like, you can check the last spell cast by any wand.
exactly.
Well, like, it's not that hard to figure out who did what. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Well, yeah, because you give Sirius his freaking spell or the potion or whatever, and you're like, all right, did you do this or what was the thing? And then he fucking tells you, and that's it. That's the answer. If he did commit a crime, he would say it.
Exactly. And, like, if he somehow was able to shrug off the truth-telling spell that literally makes him a slave to you, or the
Yeah.
truth potion, you can just check his wand. Like, come on.
It's so silly. And
It's
then same with Hagrid.
ridiculous.
Well, because like Snape can make the truth serum.
Very easily.
Exactly.
He keeps a special stockpile of it
Yeah.
for, like, interrogating students.
Yeah. And so like they chose not to use that stuff on like Hagrid when they went
Exactly.
were gonna send him to freaking Azkaban. It's fucking crazy.
It's wild what, like, the Ministry gets away with.
It's silly. But to be fair, I think it's funny because the whole like all the ridiculousness, right?
Yeah.
Just all the stupid like plot holes and shit like that you see, and how dumb all the people are, is explained in the first book. Where in the challenges to get to the Philosopher's Stone, one of the challenges was literally a common sense challenge.
Oh,
And it was explained that wizards lack common sense.
which one was that?
So they're just incredibly dangerous to society.
Yeah, basically.
Which one was that? Which challenge?
I think it was the one of like, right. If you want, like, there were 3 potions. One sends you back, one sends you forward, and one does something else.
So, one kills you instantly is what the
Yeah, I think
last one was.
probably, yeah. And so Hermione figured it out because she's fucking not stupid. But like,
Yeah.
literally the challenge is, can you think?
Yeah.
Can you
Oh,
think?
yeah.
And that says a lot because they were guarding the Philosopher's
That's the
Stone.
thing, is the challenge right before that is when Ron gets injured.
Yeah.
Which means that was the chess challenge.
Yeah.
Not anybody can get through that kind of chess game. Like,
Exactly.
it's literally like
I thought that was pretty cool though, that chess game.
Ron
Yeah.
beat McGonagall at chess.
I thought that-
McGonagall is one of the best known players of Wizards chess.
I think
Ever.
Wizards chess
Yeah.
is just cool though.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a cool concept and everything.
Yeah.
But, like, literally a whole thing about Wizards chess is, like, they have their own thoughts and feelings. And so, like, pieces can move a little more or a little less than they normally would.
Right.
But also, they will, like, not move if they don't trust whoever is playing them. And so
Yeah,
that's
they lose faith in their leader.
Exactly. If they don't have faith in their leader because they don't know them or whatever,
Or they're making bad choices.
or they're making terrible choices or anything like that,
They'll just, yeah.
then they won't move because they're afraid to die, essentially.
Yeah.
You have to inspire them like an actual army.
Pretty much, yeah.
Or show that you're capable of beating the game.
At least winning.
Yeah. And that's why it's so impressive that Ron just waltzed in and beat McGonagall at her own fucking game.
Yeah. But anyways, so it was explained basically in that one of the hardest things for wizards is common sense.
That's true.
And so when you see all this stupid shit where they're like, you could have just done this, then it's like, right, because they're all idiots.
Yeah, my biggest issue with that explanation, though, is, like, obviously not every wizard is stupid.
Well, yeah,
right?
not everyone.
Like, obviously...
But it's just funny.
It's real silly.
It's just one of the only ways I can explain why everything's so dumb sometimes.
Sometimes! Sometimes!
Because it's like, common sense is a pretty rare resource among wizards.
Yeah, common sense is an incredibly rare commodity. And, like, unfortunately, I see that because Harry is so fucking stupid.
Yeah, he is. He's so
Harry
dumb.
is the dumbest dumbass ever in existence in the whole fucking series. Harry is so fucking stupid. Okay? This is not up for debate. Harry is a dumbass.
It's so funny. It's just, yeah, it's silly goofiness. But yeah, so that's definitely a something.
That's something.
It's so sad.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, because obviously I've only got 3 books left. How cool is that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, 3 doesn't sound right for some reason.
It doesn't sound right because there are 3 of the longer books.
That's true.
Because the first book's like 8 hours, second book's like 9, third is like 16,
Dude,
and the
they
fourth
are
is 20.
They are long fucking books, though. Too.
Yeah,
Like,
but then the
honestly.
5th, 6th, and 7th are all above 20 hours.
The 5th book is the longest.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah. With like
Oh,
580
yeah, it is.
pages or something.
Yeah,
like
it
that.
is.
In
I think it was
paperback.
26 hours in my audiobook.
Yeah, no, I know it's the longest. I read all those books,
Yeah.
but like,
But it's just funny. Yeah, so I'm almost there.
yeah. How much of the Percy Jackson series have you read?
Only the original Percy Jackson
Just the
books.
first 5.
Yeah.
You need to read Heroes of Olympus, dude.
No.
It's so good.
Nope. Maybe someday. But
Highly recommend it.
of course.
Yeah, of course I do.
I feel like
See? Even Connor likes it. Connor doesn't like any of it.
well, I mean, I've read all the Percy Jackson
That's
books.
a lie. Second, I read all of them in middle school. Like, I must have read that series a dozen times.
Yeah, I read all the Percy Jackson books, but I didn't read any of the branching stories.
Like, well, Heroes of Olympus is a direct sequel to Percy Jackson.
Yeah, but it doesn't have Percy Jackson in it.
Yeah, it does.
Well, he's not the main character, is he?
He's one of the main characters.
Oh.
Literally one of the most important characters in the entire series.
Extadel.
Straight up. Right, Connor? Right? Percy Jackson is one of the most important characters in the Heroes of Olympus series.
Any book that Percy's in, basically, is one of the most important.
See?
Oh, yeah, missed out. I'm sure I'll manage until then. You're dead. Come on, man. But,
Oh, jeez.
did you just break the game?
I guess so.
Oh.
Well, looks like we're ending it here, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that you just ended here with
Since
the
the game
impalement.
just decided to freeze for some reason.
Yeah, seriously. Alright, well, I guess if you enjoyed the video, consider liking and subscribing.
Definitely go check out our other content.
Until next time, peace out.
Bye-bye.